You're listening to Small Bikes, Big Hearts. This podcast is brought to you with thanks to Verdant Brewery, whose donation has directly helped St Luke's Hospice with their valuable work in the community.
You're going to have to tell me action or whatever. Anyway.
This was the preamble.
So, Sean, where are we?
We are in Dunfermline.
Correctamundo.
That's not bad, is it? I
Not bad.
got one right.
You got that one right.
I got one right.
Yeah.
Yay.
And where were we this morning?
We were in Aberdeen. Well,
West Hill.
West Hill. Cliff Hill. Like, you know, you can see where my mind was going there.
Sort of, yeah.
We did a little zoom around to the southern tip of Aberdeen this morning.
We did, yes.
Yeah. And that was, what a wonderful way to start the day.
The way, I'd like to say it was planned to the nth degree, and to a degree it was, in that I knew we were going to be in Aberdeen area, and Sherlaw's, the KTM stroke Triumph dealer, had already been contacted quite some time ago, and they were the guys who were really, really responsive and supportive and said, yeah, we'll do servicing and we'll get the PR guys on board. And so Sherlaw's is only 12 miles from the hotel. So we drove in the morning. We were up at quite early, 7:30, whatever it was. Left for Sherlaw's, arrived at Sherlaw's, and what did we find?
Well, it was a bigger dealership than what I thought it was going to be, actually, because they had Kawasaki, KTM, Triumph. There was a few Royal Enfields out the back in the green room, as I'd like to call it, being Kawasaki. See what I did there? Yeah. But I mean, it was quite a sizable dealership. I'd put it on a par size with, say, GT motorcycle.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. And we were such a warm welcome straight away. They were waiting for us to turn up.
They were.
Really. Now, Sean, being Sean, thought he'd left the micro SD card at the hotel with 3 days worth of footage on it.
So at that point, Mark, who was the head guy there, who we had previously talked with, had said, okay, if you've left it at the hotel, do you want bikes, or shall I drop you over back to the hotel to pick up this? That was the degree of support and encouragement
From the off.
They
brought us out new T-shirts because they thought we might need new T-shirts, and they were right, by the way.
Yeah,
they were right.
So I mean, that was the first inkling that of just how on the ball they were going to be.
Yeah.
So what did they do for us?
Well, the bikes. Oh goodness me, the bikes are running like a dream. I don't think you realise over time. I mean, my bike's clocked around 4,000 miles since we started this trip, and that is the first service. And I kind of got it in my head, right, I must make sure that I've got enough money left over to do that when I get home. And so we went in for safety checks and cast the eye over the bike. Well, they did a full service.
They did a full
service. Oil changes. They've done the brakes. The clutch has been adjusted. They even knocked the suspension up, and oh my goodness, I wish I'd done that actually from the off. That was my bad. I knew that it was feeling a little bit wallowy, but now it is pinpoint sharp again. So I said to Ben, we're going to have to go around again, mate. When we get to the Midlands, we go back round one more time, just so I can experience it with the suspension.
So they were super supportive. They had the PR guys out. They did a little interview to camera for us.
I mean, basically, they just couldn't.
They couldn't do enough.
And
they couldn't do enough.
This trip has been about the people we meet, and I'm bowled over. I really am. I was really quite touched by it, the whole thing.
So thank you to Mark and the team at Sherlaw's, Aberdeen. What stars?
That wasn't our last trip to a motorcycle dealer today, was it?
No, it wasn't. Funny that.
What happened?
We ended up at a Suzuki dealer.
We did, didn't we?
Which is strange because neither of us are riding Suzukis, are we?
No. Something fell off your bike.
Something fell off the bike. We'd come across the Tay Bridge, which is quite a long bridge over the River Tay, the mouth of the Tay. I was feeling fine. Came up to a couple of roundabouts, and I went to flip the gear, and I thought my foot's in midair. That doesn't feel right. And I did a few more flicks. I thought, no, something is seriously not right here for a moment. And the thought did come into my head. I thought, oh no, I wonder if the gear shift lever has actually fallen off, and I will not be able to change gear at all.
Thankfully, it wasn't that, was it?
It wasn't
just the
just the peg.
just the peg bit.
So what did you do?
Well, I thought it was worth having a look, so
Yeah.
I zoomed around and went back up. Cue me doing 2 passes on the cardo. Well, Ben's at the side of the road, just like shoot past. I'm gonna go and have another look. I've got to get off the bike, and I had a good walk around the roundabout. But very quickly, I could see that there was bits of vehicles everywhere, and there was no way I was going to find it. Nice BMW rider.
Oh,
Shot round to see me to let me know that he'd already spoken to you.
yes.
There was a dealership, so we went off to the dealership, the Suzuki
At
dealership.
Coupar.
Cooper.
Little town called Coupar. We rocked up at the Suzuki dealership.
Is it Cooper Motorcycles?
CUPR. It's yes, I think it's Coupar Motorcycles.
I did take a photo.
Opposite from the Suzuki dealer.
Yeah. Jason,
who only had 20 minutes left of work, he said, "No worries, leave it with me." He found a bolt, sorted it. I can change gear, like that nothing had happened. So hats off to Jason and the team at Coupar Motorcycles. They helped us out. So
riding.
We're back on it.
Yeah, riding today along the East Coast was just beautiful, wasn't it?
Excuse me.
You all right there,
Yes, I have. Yeah. It's hay fever.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
You know.
Again, the East Coast delivered, didn't it? There's definitely an East-West split in Scotland. You all know about the Western Highlands and how rugged and mountainous those are. And so it's easy to think of the East Coast as a bit of its poor cousin, really. But in terms of riding, it was really
phenomenal.
enjoyable.
It was phenomenal. Yeah, again, it gave Wales a run for its money. It really did. Like, you know. But
and for lunch, we were told by Mark at Shurlaws to stop in at this pie shop in Arbroath. You know, again, this is the story of how lovely people are.
Pie Bob's.
Pie Bob's.
I'm glad Pie Bob's is 500 miles away from my house, because I would probably have a problem very quickly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mark wasn't wrong. We
Delicious.
stopped for lunch for a steak and gravy pie at the place itself. Now, Chris, who served us, again was very interested, very supportive. He wanted photographs of the bikes outside the pie shop, so we took photographs with Chris. In fact, then there were two others. There, another couple and a couple in a van stopped to talk and asked what was going on, and then Chris he said something for the road, and he gave us these 2 pies.
I don't know what they were, but they were that's like pie crack.
I think it was the one that he was talking to us about, that this an Indian fellow that he knows has done this recipe.
Done the sauce, yeah, because it's very spicy. But oh my goodness, mate!
Confession, we've just snaffled them.
We have,
and
straight
they are just.
We've not even had dinner yet.
No, we've not had dinner yet.
But yeah, again, it's about the people, isn't it? We had a couple came over, wanted to donate. They just overheard us talking.
Yeah.
Another couple sat out the front, really excited to hear the story of what we were doing, and you know, it's fabulous, really, the support that we're getting. Without the generosity and kindness of the Scottish people today, it could have been quite a challenging day. But as it stands, I'd say it's been up there with the best.
Absolutely. A really, really good day. Despite an unplanned slight detour to Coupar Motorcycles.
Yeah.
But even that, as I said to Sean on the journey, at the time, anxiety levels start creeping up, because you think we've got to get to Land's End, and I haven't got really I do have a usable gear shifter, but it wasn't great. But afterwards, now sat here thinking about it, it just enhanced the day, really. It just added that little bit of extra experience for us.
And we saw a little bit of part of Scotland that we wouldn't ordinarily have seen. Yeah. So tomorrow we are bypassing. Look at me straight in, knowing where we're going. I've got no clue, mate. I've got to be honest with you. You can bail me out when I get past Edinburgh. All right.
Right, okay.
Right. So tomorrow we're going to leave where we are, Dunfermline, and we're going to bypass Edinburgh. We're not going to go up through the harbour, Leith, and up through the main drag, because it's going to add too long. And then where are we going then?
Here's a clue. We're heading south.
Yeah.
And we'll be heading south for quite a few days.
Yeah.
We're going to the direction of a little market town on the Northumberland moors called Hexham.
That's it.
So I think it's either in the moors, on the edge of the moors, or after the moors, whatever.
Oh, so we're back in England tomorrow.
We're back in England. We'll cross the border.
We're
tomorrow,
crossing the border.
down to Hexham. I think it's about 110, 120 mile run.
Nice.
Something like that.
Nice.
So we'll see what Northumberland has to offer and the border country here in Scotland. But Scotland has delivered
Oh, it really has.
in spades.
Oh, you know that thing, like, you know when you clean your car, it seems to go faster?
Yeah.
It's that times 10 today, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the servicing and the,
Yeah.
the fettling and whatnot.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get on the bike tomorrow.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Yeah, as long as nothing else falls off.
Shh. Stop it with your negative talk.
That doesn't work. You can say anything you like. It doesn't alter the universe.
No idea. Right, so we haven't checked in on the charity today, so we know that we're over £3,000. Likes, shares, message friends that ride bikes, and we said that we would let you know about an event. So the 25th, Sunday the 25th of May, we will be at the Welbeck Manor Hotel, also known as Sparkwell Golf Course, where Paul and the team have very kindly offered to put us up for our final night before the final leg down to Land's End. So if you ride a bike, if you're interested in this story, you're in the Plymouth area on Sunday the 25th, please come along to Welbeck Manor, Sparkwell, from around 4 p.m. And come and say hello. It's going to be a casual get-together. They've got a little bar there. I'm going to do an event on Facebook, so keep an eye out. Let us know if you think you can come, and we'll know whether or not we've got to put some food on. But, that's it for today, I think.
That's it for today.
Yeah. Hashtag small bikes, big hearts, smallbikesbighearts.co.uk, and we will see you from Blighty tomorrow.
Right, so I can put that on hold. Hold, that's good.
Are you right there in your peasant's chair?
I'm fine in the peasant's chair. Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, that was an interesting reverberation.
It was, wasn't it?
It sounds like when my parents first moved to Stevenage, there was like an alley between two sets of terraced houses or semi-detached houses. When you run down, you get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Exactly it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.